there's a bit of a difference. How you see yourself will totally determine what your life is actually like. And so the fastest way to improve is already to see yourself up there. It's to almost, with delusion and craziness, believe that you're an athlete even though you're 25% body fat. The issue with all of these guys, you can see on chat who said, oh yeah, me, I do that. The issue with all of these guys, the issue with your friend, is that they still mostly see themselves down here as the guy who's got problems to fix. This is how they see themselves. This is where their beliefs are formed. And so when they try to make progress to get to this ideal up here, snap back every time, because you will always snap back to the type of person that you think you are. If you think you're generally a messy guy, you can clean up your room after a bunch of motivation, but then you will be messy again. If you think you're the kind of guy who, you know, is kind of lazy or whatever, I could hype you up and David Goggins could bring you to the gym today. That'd be really awesome. And then what's going to happen? Literally 3 days from now, you're not going to go. Everyone experiences, well, most people experience this when they first get onto self-improvements. The way out of this then is to not actually see ourselves here as this starting point, even though objectively, like universally, you know, in the truth of the universe, we probably are here, right? We probably actually are. We are pieces of shit, to be honest. But the thing is, it doesn't actually serve us in any way to see ourselves as we are. So we need to use delusion and almost craziness and arrogance to change this. The guys who have this level of conviction and belief, they actually go on to make progress, but most guys don't. But this is why most of the guys that you see who do well on self-improvement seem kind of arrogant, especially to begin with. They seem like they've got this extra level of like this personality where you think that they're like, you know, their ego's too big or anything. You see this with a lot of guys in our space of self-improvement, alpha male and everything, because you mostly need like that level of conviction as yourself, as like a winner, as someone who's high up there to begin with. That's why it's often seen as cringe when a guy gets onto self-improvement and, you know, starts taking like shirtless pictures and stuff even before he really looks good, and, you know, he's trying to do like a fuckboy pose or something. It's because the guy who actually makes progress sees himself like that. And when you don't see yourself like that, when you still think that you're still that video gamer, and so you still act like the video gamer, but you try and do the habit of someone who's not the video gamer, well, then you'll go back to just being the video gamer eventually, because nothing has changed. In the end, the only thing that really changes is just literally just how you see yourself. That's it. How you see yourself determines the rest of your life. Every now and then, let's say, okay, you see yourself as like a video gamer, you know, your friend sees himself as pretty much still a Jeffrey. Every now and then you can make some progress away from that by doing, you know, one of the good habits, and you can really, you know, finally muster up the courage and, come on, I'm really gonna do no fat properly this time. This time's the, you know, this time I'm gonna get to 90 days, right? You can say that all you want, and sometimes you'll feel like you're actually doing it, and you'll get to day 2 or 3 and then you'll snap back, because you see yourself as like a day 1 to 3 kind of man, and so you will always be there. So what if we just cheat the process and start to see ourselves as higher? Start to see ourselves right now as the day 90 semen retention kind of guy, or better yet, just fucking don't even count the days and just see yourself as like a guy who's not a fucking dumbass, who doesn't count the days, who's not even like, I'm not on nofap, I'm not on semen retention. My streak is probably higher than like 99% of people's, but I wouldn't even consider myself on nofap, because it's like, it's not something that I'm actually doing, it's just who I am. It's no longer this theme of nofap. So for the guys here and for your friend, the fastest way that they can make progress is start to visualize and affirm and tell themselves the story of why they are that top tier guy. So normal affirmations don't actually work. There's not that much good research on affirmations of like looking at yourself and saying, I'm confident, I'm rich, yeah, like, you know, all this shit. There's not good research which actually proves that works, because just saying words isn't that important. You have to sell yourself the story. So the best kind of affirmation, the one that actually works, is not just I'm confident, but I'm confident because, and then you list 5 things that you can remember which shows it. I'm a clean guy because I cleaned my room last week. I'm an athlete because I've worked out 4 times this week. I'm an athlete because I've lost 2% body fat. I'm an athlete because I ate that healthy meal last week. Now we're talking. And obviously, the more in depth you get with this, the more that this picture's playing in your mind of you actually like being that guy. So this is the shortcut to any kind of progress we want to make. And a lot of guys get this wrong because we just, we hear this advice online. Okay, we should get into semen retention. We should be making money online. But you're still the same guy. What you've got to realize is it's not you who achieves these things through brute force. It's actually the change of person, like this upgraded version of you who unlocks the ability to get to 90 days. This is probably what your friend needs. He needs a new self-image. He probably still sees himself in the same way that he did months ago.